Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Aiden, from Cartoon Apocalypse, and I'm joined with my good friend, the virtual celebrity. You can say hi.
Hi! Hey guys.
So we're working in collaboration to bring you a cool little theory/discussion type video talking about a potential time skip for the future of Miraculous, because as we know, Season 3 has officially ended. The only real episode now is Miracle Queen in English, but overall, Season 3 is over. So we're just here to talk about a potential time skip because we really don't know anything about Season 4.
Yeah, that's right. But what episode do you consider your own finale? Do you consider Miracle Queen or Anna, Felix, or Chat Blah?
Well, I don't know. I think that Miracle Queen is still my proper finale just because it has stuff that carries over to the next season, because Camp Alonk really just reset everything. If it didn't reset as much, then that one might be considered a good finale, but I do think that the production value, what was supposed to go into the finale, went into Camp Alonk because we got some really beautiful shots of Camp Alonk.
Like, I was so surprised when I found out that you like Chat Blah more than the actual finale, because the finale was alright for me, but it just ended on such a depressing tone, and for whatever reason, I like Felix more as a finale than all three combined, which is weird because I was not looking forward to Felix at all.
Yeah, I think Felix turned out good, Camp Alonk turned out good. It was just Miracle Queen. I mean, the first part of the finale was fine, but to me, it felt like just an average episode, and we had high hopes for the finale, and when it doesn't match up to what you would expect a finale to be, that's why everyone was kind of disappointed, because we were expecting a finale and it just felt like another average episode. So I think that that's a big reason on why people were just a little more disappointed with that episode, or at least that's my reasoning.
Well, I think the only show that had a finale that was really good, that really had people hyped for the next season was, I think it was Star vs. Season 3, when Star left from uni and just packed up everything. I was just like, what? So I felt like Miraculous was trying to hit that zone, but they kind of missed a little bit.
Yeah, but I mean, there are still 2 seasons left, so there's a lot that they can do with Season 4.
Exactly, and with Season 4, I'm like, it has to be a time skip. There's no way to just continue like the day after or something like those lines. I feel like maybe 5 years in the future, I think.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of different ideas going around about this, and I'll give my main idea, you can give your main idea. So why don't we hear your main idea on what you think is gonna happen Season 4, Episode 1.
My main idea, I just feel it's like it will be 5 years in the future, and I think they're called the alternate ships, that's Adrigami and Lucanet, will be canon in this time skip. So we will see the characters in a different setting, but it's still the same cast of characters, but now they are just living completely different lives to what we're used to, or at least that's what I'm hoping, because that will just create a fresh twist on the whole, I don't know, Ladybug and Cat Noir dynamic. Now they are both in relationships, but I guess this season it has to focus on, I don't know, breaking them up so they can be together, which sounds so wrong.
So you're saying Season 4, Episode 1, we're 5 years in the future?
Yeah, I hope so, because that would be so cool, because we have to see Bunnix sometime, because we've seen her twice now.
Right.
And maybe like 5 years in the future, maybe more characters have gotten Miraculouses because Marinette is now the Guardian. Or maybe Season 4, Episode 1, it's gonna focus on Marinette, like trying to get a handle on the whole Guardian thing, and she doesn't know Cat Noir's identity, but she kind of has to because she's the Guardian. But if she does, she loses her Miraculous. Something along those lines. I just want to see grown-up Ladybug and Cat Noir. That's all I want to see. They were so buff and ripped, and you cannot just tease us with that and then just not address it for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I agree with wanting to see a time skip and see into the future, because that episode Time Breaker, I think it was, that was just really cool. It was a really cool idea. I think that was the first episode in Season 3 that got us like really hyped, and we were like, okay, Season 3 is a real season this time. It's like not afraid to do some crazy stuff. And I think so, right? That was like the first big episode of the season.
You mean Time Tagger? You said Time Breaker. My mind just went straight back to season 1.
Was it? Do I have those two flip-flopped?
Yes. I'm actually going now to see the official episodes. We really need a guide to know what order these things are in, because I'm just
see.
confused.
Speaking of a guide of what episodes to go in, you can check out my new website called miraculousladybugnews.com.
Oh my god! You actually have that?
Yeah, I just announced
That's
it.
so cool! Yay! We need something like that, because the only website I just went to was miraculousladybug.2, I guess. I don't know. And I don't think they too have it in the official order.
That should have a proper list of all the episodes, and then you can sort the episode list based on if you want the episode order that it aired in or the production code order.
Okay, that would be so cool. So I'm sure you're gonna have the link in the description. So guys, go check that out. There's so many people who come to my channel and they're like, oh my god, I need the official order. They just want to watch the episodes in order so they can understand how the story progresses.
Yep, that was one of my main motivations for making the website, is because I just wanted a place that I could accurately view everything, and when I'm in control, I just log it once, don't have to go searching anywhere, I know where it is exactly, so I can just visit that whenever I need to, and just thought I'd make it accessible to everyone.
Exactly, because so far I won't say there's misinformation because people don't really know, but people are trying to arrange the episodes as best they can without officially knowing, okay, what comes after what.
Alright, so this is Aiden from the future, editing Aiden Woe. Basically, we talk a lot, we just get sidetracked completely, but eventually towards the end of the video, we actually continue on to the time skip topic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the segment of me talking about my thoughts up, and then I'm going to just put everything that we talked about later back in right after that. So if you want to stay for all the extra fun discussion type of stuff, you can, feel free to, but for those of you guys who are just looking for the time skip stuff, I'm moving that to right here. So here we go. Also, make sure you go check out the Virtual Celebrities channel. Link is down in the description below. She makes some great content, so make sure you go check that out. Okay, should we go back to the time skip, or are we... what is this video?
I've already said all my points. It's your turn.
Okay, so my opinion on what's going to happen, because I do think that there's going to be a time skip, but not in the way that everybody's thinking, because originally I was like, okay, maybe there could be like a fairly large time skip after season 3, but it really depends on how season 3 ends. And I think based on how it ended, and specifically with how Felix was, I think I have a pretty good guess as to what's going to happen as far as the time skip goes. And it's not even a significant enough time skip to really call it a time skip. It's just a moving forward a couple months, maybe, if you can call it that. Anyway, Felix illustrated that we are officially 1 year into the future based on when we started the show, because it's like about 1 year has passed since Hawkmoth came around and since season 1 officially started. So my guess is, and let's not forget the transition ships are now in season, so wouldn't it be the perfect opportunity to place Kagami, Adrian, Marinette, and Luca all in the same class for the start of a new year, because they were in 10th grade this year, so that would mean that they are in 11th grade for the next year. And I think that it would make a lot of sense to see their dynamic happen inside the classroom and have them sit together in the classroom, and that way we can see the transition ships develop, and then there's some more drama between them, and then Chloe could get all angry because Adrian's sitting with Kagami and whatnot, and I just think that
would be so cute. Oh my god, I'm dying. The only thing is just like Luca being in the same class as his sister. Okay, what's the age gap there? But that is such a cool idea for all of them to just be in the classroom, and Lila should just go away, please.
Yeah, so I don't know, that's just my initial idea as far as there being some sort of time skip. It's not even going to be anything super significant. It just naturally falls in line. This is a start of a new era. Hawkmoth, they really need to use Mayura in like every single episode, because we were expecting more Mayura in season 3, at least I was, but we didn't see as much as we thought we were going to.
Oh my god, that's so right. They just advertised it at, oh, season 3 there's gonna be a boss to Hawkmoth's boss, and I'm like, Now that you said it, I was like, no, Hawkmoth was still in charge of everything. And we got so clickbaited with Mayura. We demand more Mayura.
Right. They can use her in every single episode, and if she's not in over half the episodes, I don't know. They have to do something else with
We
new
riot.
heroes or new powers. We hardly saw any of the new powers in season 3 as well. So like, what happened there? They focused a couple of episodes on the new heroes, but there was a decent amount of content where it was just only Ladybug and Cat Noir still, and we need to start moving away from that a little bit because they have so much that they can do. There's so much potential with season 4 that they can't just drop the ball on this one. There's just too much that they could do.
Exactly. So it's like with Ladybug and Cat Noir, we want more Cat Noir, but with Hawkmoth and Mayura, we want more Mayura. It's just like the side dish characters, the people who are supposed to be at the forefront a little bit, we want to know more about them. Because with Mayura, it's like you said, I think we only saw her transform once or twice this entire season. And Mayura was so hyped for this season. So in season 4, they just have to, now that the Miraculous is fixed, they have no reason to back down from it, because their excuse before is like, no, the Miraculous is not good, she can die if she continues using it. So there's that.
Yeah, exactly. So that's kind of where I think they need to go. Whether or not they actually do go there, up for debate, but I just have really high hopes for season 4, and that's my idea on the time skip. As far as we're just resetting, because it's the perfect time. It's the start of a new season, start of a new year. Everything just, I think, aligns, and that's my guess.
Yeah. And this season that just passed, they were heavily focusing on change, especially with, the worst episode of the season, Stormy Weather. Worst episode, Stormy Weather 2. I think we can all agree was just a pretty bad episode. It just focused on change, and then the season finale happened, and then the biggest change happened where Master Fu is gone and Marinette is now a guardian. But in terms of the villains, they don't have that much change. So I wonder if season 4 will be the season where we switch villains, because so many people now are assuming Felix will be the new Hawkmoth and he will use his wish to bring back his dad, or Lila will be Hawkmoth and then Felix will be her Mayura. I don't know, but that's kind of cool. It's just like a new generation of, I don't know, heroes and villains, because now Master Fu is gone, Marinette has taken the mantle, so next is Hawkmoth and Mayura, Gabriel and Natalie to go, and Lila and Felix should take that position. But I don't think Felix should be put on par with Lila. Lila is just a special breed of evil.
Right, and honestly, I don't think that we saw Lila enough in this season. I thought that she has so much potential, and we didn't see her enough. I don't think
you didn't get enough of her. We didn't see her enough, but I'm sick of her. What, Ladybug alone is enough for me. I don't want anything. This girl, she's a force of nature.
I love
any
the episode
any episode she's in, she just steals the show. So I think the thing that worked for Ladybug was you had Lila and Mayura, and those two combined. Oof.
The biggest reason I liked Ladybug was because it surprised me. There was 2 big things that I was not expecting in that episode, and just the fact that I was so surprised, it was stuff that I was not expecting whatsoever. That's what made it my favorite episode.
The only thing that surprised me was Marinette got akumatized and she almost handed over her earrings. That's the one thing that really caught me off guard.
I think the biggest thing for that episode that caught me off guard was Hawkmoth and Mayura going out and fighting physically with Ladybug and Cat Noir. That was the biggest thing for me.
Yeah. So, and now that they did it again in the finale, I hope that's more of a recurrence in season 4. Like, get out more. And again, now that the Peacock Miraculous is fixed, you have no reason to hide Mayura. And when Hawkmoth and Mayura combine the villains, we get really good and really difficult villains.
Exactly. Like, they have the potential to make it to where it's an actual threat. Because right now, and I think, what episode was it that it was a big problem? Actually, I think it was a Miracle Queen. Miracle Queen, it was like, okay, we know that they're going to defeat the villains or whatever. I don't know. For whatever reason, I just didn't feel that into it on that episode. Because it was Chloe. Like, what's Chloe going to do? She's going to end up just throwing a temper tantrum and be done with it. She's going to be like, you know what, Hawkmoth? I don't want you anymore. And I don't know.
I really thought Chloe would use all the Miraculouses at once and just go mental. I was they just had it in their hands, but they were too scared to do more with it.
If we had seen that, I think my opinions on that episode may have changed, but I don't know. I don't know how I would have reacted to if Chloe had actually done that. But the Kwamis are just like, nah, you don't get to.
I think we just need like a YouTuber, hint hint you, to just befriend like Thomas on Twitter so you can just get this information straight from the horse's mouth.
I don't think that he likes me very much.
Really?
Probably
Well,
not.
at least he knows you exist.
I don't even know if he knows I exist. I would just assume so because he is extremely against like thumbnail spoilers, any type of spoilers at all. The way I understand how he thinks is that he would rather it just be like a Netflix type of thing to where you have all the episodes lined up in order and then you just like binge watch it and you don't see any news, any synopsis or anything. That's how I think he like would wish the show, but I don't personally agree with that viewing.
Yeah, still go to Netflix and say, hey, buy this thing, because I'm sure the fandom would be so grateful if that were a possibility, because I've never seen another show that's just so all over the place with their airing and scheduling, and we're just such a dedicated fan base that we're like, you know what, you can literally air the finale before the show actually ends and we'll still come back and watch more. I've never seen a fandom like that.
Yeah, part of me thinks that it's a problem on Zag's end. I don't know how it all works on the inside, as far as like if Zag can just specify like, hey, make sure that you air the episodes in order. One thing with Zag is that they finished the episodes in different orders, so like they were still working on Camp Blanc and Felix after they had already finished the finale. So they had finished the finale and finished the production and sent it out to the the channels before they actually finished Camp Blanc and Felix. So that was part of the issue. And then the other issue is I just don't think that they care. I don't think that they care. I mean, sure, they probably send out like, hey, here's the list, but you don't have to. They don't enforce it. And my biggest reasoning for believing that is because at San Diego Comic-Con this year, they aired Ikari Gozen before a bunch of other stuff. And
exactly, and Ikari Gozen is like one of the final 10 episodes.
Right, and in that episode, we learned that that Hawkmoth had learned Master Fu's identity, and that was a big reveal, and they still chose to air that without us having seen Feast, so it was a huge spoiler, and they were the ones who were coordinating that, so that's why I think that they just don't care. They're just going to show whatever episode they have, which is a bit disappointing.
Yeah, it's just so annoying because this show is not like, oh, Tom and Jerry or Scooby-Doo, where literally the episodes don't matter, the episode orders don't matter. Like, they could have gotten away with this in season 1, and it was why they got away with it in season 2, but now that everything is kind of getting plot heavy, we need that order, because somebody pointed it out that after Stormy Weather 2, all the episodes got a lot more serious, and now that I'm looking at it, it's like, yeah, true, after Stormy Weather it was Ikari Gozen, Time Tagger, Party Crasher, we got introduced to Bunnix, we got more Miraculouses, so I believe Kagami got her Miraculous before Monkey King, and no, she got it before Monkey King, but what's this one? Phoenix? No, Pegasus got it before her. And well, there's so many characters in this show, I'm actually spacing on names. Not Aspect, I made that mistake before. Viperion he actually got his Miraculous earlier on in the season.
He got it in Desperado, which was actually pretty early on, yeah. It was supposed to be pretty early.
11. Exactly, it was after Silencer, we were supposed to get Oni-chan, then Miraculous, Oblivio, then Desperada. And personally, if I actually watched, I think, the show in that order, I think my emotions would have been destroyed. Then after Christmaster, it was Star Train. Like, as I'm watching the shows, the quote-unquote bad episodes were more spaced out than we got them. I'm worried for season 4. So bad. Because the only thing we got in order this entire season was the first episode. The only episode that was in order was Chameleon. Chameleon? Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. That is true.
God, I just wish this network's cared. They just feel like, they will watch it. The kids these days, they'll watch anything.
Right. And it's not even like it only affects one channel. It's pretty much universal between all the channels. They don't follow. I can't remember what. No, maybe I'm thinking of something else. But I thought that there was one channel that was pretty good at airing them in order. Maybe it was Tele-Quebec, because Tele-Quebec, we've had dates for them for a while, and all of their dates I think were in order.
I think so. I think mostly the Spanish channels try and keep things in order.
But yeah, hopefully, if season 4 does pick up on the plot, then I really hope that they reinforce it, because hopefully at least now they have a reason to try to enforce it, because before it was like, okay, it doesn't really matter, but now they've seen the aftermath of what it's caused, and
Like, so many people kind of dropped the show because of this out of order bullshit.
right.
So I'm sure that you'll see the ratings are down, and that's the one thing these people care about. Like, oh my god, my ratings.
Okay, should we get back on track? I don't know, this video is kind of transformed into
A rant about season 3 air dates. Okay, back on track. Adrian should become a guardian in season 4. I can please.
That came out of nowhere. What?
No, it's literally in Felix. They just had this whole thing of, okay, there's more to the Agrest family, and I'm just like, okay, then give me more. But it makes so much sense if Adrian is also a guardian, and then Ladybug has to split their Miraculous between her and him. Well, not really that much sense. It's just my own headcanon. And the last thing I want to see happen in season 4 is that someone should actually croak. Like, we expected Master Fu to die, but they made it so much worse and just wiped his memory. I'm like, you could have just left him dead.
Yeah, I think that if this wasn't a kid's show, then he would have definitely died. Like, if this was an anime, he probably would have died.
Yeah, I got that kind of coding, because I just felt so bad for Waze. It's like he just lost his best friend in like seconds, and that's what a lot of the fandom is actually focused on. Like, oh my god, Waze. And I'm like, but Master Fu? They're like, yeah, he's fine, but Waze. So, and if they actually try and make Adrian a guardian, it will also be something that can affect the love square, because if one of them revokes that guardianship, they lose their memory. Because I'm just waiting for Marinette to lose her memory, and then the power of love or Adrian will bring it back. Or their love was so strong, it was about to destroy the universe. So I'm sure their love can bring back somebody's memories.
Huh, that's an interesting thought. I never thought about it like Marinette losing her memories so soon, because I was always like, okay, she'll live her long life or whatever, and then she'll eventually lose her memories at the end of it, but I never really thought about it that way.
So many people think she'll lose her memories at the end of the show, and then they'll just have another umbrella scene with Marinette falling in love with Adrian again, and because they don't know each other's identities, they walk into the sunset. And I'm like, no, that would be such a way to end the show, like after 5 seasons or so. But if they kind of have maybe the season 4 finale or mid-season finale, it'll be Ladybug is compromised, or her Miraculous is compromised, so she has to give it to Cat Noir, and in doing so, however you're supposed to say that in English, she loses her memories. That would be a good plot device, because now everything is just focused on Adrian, and it would just be a shift, because the first 3 seasons were focused on Marinette, and now it just shifts to Adrian. I just want Adrian to get to the forefront, and I shouldn't be having to do this mental gymnastics to do so. Thomas, if you're watching this, I'm handing you plot.
Yeah, I do. A lot of people really want to see an Adrian-centered episode, and that's kind of sort of what Felix was, not entirely, but a lot of people do want to see this show focus more on Adrian, and hopefully we will start to see that in the future.
I got a comment, and it basically explained to me why Adrian isn't at the forefront, and I kind of get it. The writers, if the person is correct, the writers are so careful with how they portray Adrian, because they feel like Adrian is the plot of the whole show, and if they focus on him even a little bit, they're giving too much, and that's why they've just been hiding him for the most part. So I hope in season 4 they kind of pull back the curtain with that, because Adrian is just a nuke of information, from his families to his background, and now the whole thing with Emily and her family. There's just so much in just this one character, and the show is just teasing us with, we could show you more, but it's not that time yet.
That's actually a really good point. Again, I never thought about it that way. I wonder, like, how much is there to him? Like, because obviously there's something big with Emily. Something happened in the past that she was definitely using the Peacock Miraculous for something.
Yeah, so the whole damaging, we thought the Peacock Miraculous was always damaged, but then in Feast we noticed, wait, Master Fu used it and it was fine, and then it got lost. So was it damaged when it got lost? But if it was damaged, why wasn't the Moth Miraculous also damaged? So she did something. Yeah, I agree what she said. She did something that caused it, and all we know is that the Miraculous can create senti monsters. So did her family create a senti monster, or did she create a senti monster? I refuse to believe Adrian is a senti monster. You can miss me with that bullshit.
I don't think that Adrian's a senti monster either. I've gotten a bunch of people like, hey, what do you think of this theory? But honestly, it just doesn't make sense from a show writer's perspective. Like, you can pile on all the evidence you want. It just doesn't make sense logically with the way that they have the show formatted. I just don't see it.
Exactly. But let me not even go and say, oh, it doesn't make sense, because the same thing happened in the Steven Universe fandom. Everyone was like, no, Rose couldn't be Pink Diamond, but boy, were we wrong. Yeah, you don't know the show, so you have no idea what I'm talking about.
Well, no, I've seen Steven Universe.
How many episodes?
All of them.
Really?
Yeah, I made a video on the movie.
This is news to me.
I just don't like the first. I used to make videos. I made like 4 videos on Steven Universe like a really long time ago, but my most recent one was on the movie, and I don't know. I just haven't made any videos on it because there's so many other YouTubers that talk about Steven Universe. I'd just be repeating the same stuff or whatever.
So many. That's one of the most oversaturated, I think, genres to talk about on the internet.
Right, and there's not that many YouTubers, like prominent YouTubers, that talk about Miraculous. Miraculous is a pretty, I don't know, like YouTuber list. I mean, there's like me and you and a couple other people, but other than that, it's not like.
But most of the other people just do reactions.
Right.
That's why we get them views. But yeah. Oh, also, congratulations on 200k. I literally forgot to tweet about this.
Thank you.
2 years, 200k. You're just killing the. I think last year was also the same thing. You hit you hit 100k around the time you hit your 1 year.
No, it was 25,000 at 1 year.
Really? Oh, okay. Oh my god, your website has a countdown. I just looked. It said countdown, and I'm just seeing like an actual countdown to the next episode that's gonna come out. That's so cool.
Yeah, I'm glad you like it. I think that's probably a good thing to end off on, right? Is the website. Yeah, go check it out.
Of course. We have. Let me not drag you into my 30+ minute video madnesses. So if anybody has any other topics they want us to talk about, because we're gonna do this again, but on my channel. So if you have anything you want us to talk about, let us know in the comment section down below. Hey, good YouTuber transition.
All right, yeah, go check out TVC's channel. Link is down in the description as always, or in the top right iCard. So
subscribe. So yeah, thanks you guys so much for clicking to watch. Do it. Click the links in the description. Check out Aiden's website. It's so good, like so good.
All right, we'll see you later.
Bye.
I'm sorry, Ladybug. I didn't deliver.
Not true, Bunnix. You didn't fail. Every problem has a solution.